You've been sailing for 33 days straight. No land in sight, no GPS, just endless water. Your crew? They're done. Some are whispering about mutiny. Others are literally sharpening their knives. And here's the kicker. Your entire plan is based on math you got wrong. But you can't turn back now, because if you do, you're broke, disgraced, and forgotten. But if you keep going, you might stumble into something that changes everything. This is the real story of Christopher Columbus. And I'm going to be honest with you, it's not what you learned in school. Let's rewind to 1451, Genoa, Italy. Columbus isn't born rich, he's not royalty. His dad? A wool weaver. Basically, he's just some guy. But here's where it gets interesting. While most kids his age are learning the family trade, young Christopher is obsessed with the ocean. By age 14, he's already working on merchant ships, and this is where his brain starts going into overdrive. See, Columbus wasn't just a sailor. He was a sponge. He's watching trade routes, he's listening to stories, he's seeing mountains of silk, spices, and gold flowing from Asia into Europe. And he notices something. The route to Asia? It's a nightmare. Long, dangerous, expensive, and controlled by middlemen who jack up the prices. So Columbus starts thinking, what if there's a shortcut? Imagine you're trying to get to your friend's house. Everyone takes the long way around the block, but you think, what if I just cut through the backyard? That's basically Columbus's idea. What if I sail west to reach the east? Now here's where it gets spicy. Columbus believed the Earth was round, which, yes, he was right about. Sidebar, no, people in the 1400s were not flat earthers, that's a myth. They knew the Earth was round. This isn't the Dark Ages, folks. Back to the main story. But Columbus made a massive miscalculation. He thought Asia was only about 3,000 miles west of Europe. In reality, it's more like 12,000 miles. So his entire plan is based on wrong math. But he doesn't know that yet. So Columbus pitches his idea. First stop, Portugal. Portugal at the time, they're the kings of exploration. They've got the best maps, the best sailors, the best everything. Columbus walks in like, yo, fund my trip.
Nope.
Portugal's advisors pull out their maps, do the math, and basically say, dude, your numbers are off. This won't work. Rejected. But Columbus doesn't give up. He takes his pitch to Spain. And here's the thing about Spain in 1492. They're hungry. Portugal is dominating trade. Spain wants in. They're willing to take big risks for big rewards. So Columbus promises them a direct route to Asia, gold, spices, riches, new lands under the Spanish crown. Spain's like, you know what? This is probably going to fail, but what if it doesn't? So they fund him. August 3rd, 1492, 3 ships leave Spain. The Nina, the Pinta, and the Santa Maria. About 90 men total. No professional explorers, just regular dudes. Sailors, workers, a couple experienced captains like Martin Alonso Pinson and his brother Vicente. Most of them, they're just trying to survive. Some joined for money, some for adventure, and some, honestly, just had nothing better to do. Weeks go by. Nothing, just ocean. Day after day, the crew starts losing it. Imagine being out there. No idea if land even exists ahead. No idea if you're sailing towards glory or death. Food's running low, morale's tanking. At one point, the crew literally threatens mutiny. They want to turn back. But Columbus? He's all in. He convinces them just 3 more days. If we don't find land, we turn back. Classic negotiation tactic. October 12th, 1492, 2 a.m. A sailor on the Pinta named Rodrigo de Triana sees something. He shouts, "Tierra! Tierra! Land! Land!" They've reached an island. Columbus steps onto the beach. He thinks he's in Asia. He calls the people he meets Indians because he thinks he's near India. But in reality, in the Bahamas, specifically an island now called San Salvador. Here's what Columbus did not do. He did not reach Asia. He did not reach the mainland United States. He did not discover America. Millions of people already lived there. What he did do? He opened a door. He proved you could sail west and find something, and that something changed the course of history. So if Columbus didn't reach the mainland US, who did? 1497, 5 years later. Enter John Cabot, also Italian, also an explorer. But this time, he's sailing for England. England saw what Spain got from Columbus's voyages: attention, opportunity, power. They wanted in on the action, so they funded Cabot. Cabot takes a different route. He sails north across the Atlantic. And when he lands, it's not a tiny island. It's the mainland, specifically around Newfoundland and the northeastern coast of North America. He sees massive fishing waters, a huge coastline. Evidence this is a massive landmass, not just islands. And that's when Europeans start realizing this isn't Asia, this is something new. So here's the real story. Columbus reached the Caribbean islands and thought he found Asia. Cabot reached the mainland and helped reveal this was a whole new continent. Columbus didn't discover America, but he started the chain reaction that led to it. And that's why history is complicated. Columbus wasn't a perfect hero. He made mistakes. His arrival led to devastating consequences for indigenous peoples. But his journey also reshaped global trade, exploration, and human connection in ways no one could have predicted. History isn't about good guys and bad guys. It's about choices, consequences, and the messy truth in between. If this video made you rethink what you thought you knew about Columbus, hit that like button and drop a comment. What other facts from school do you want me to investigate next? Subscribe if you want more history that's actually interesting. See you in the next one.